Hey guys, welcome. My name is Ashley Garth, and I am here with our phenomenal panel that's going to be joining us Tuesday, July the 22nd at the corner Wedgwood. So, we're going to put a spin on this one. This is our first ever music industry night. And let me go ahead and let you guys know if you're not in the music industry, that's okay, because what I'm learning is even though we're in different industries, we're all really facing the same thing as entrepreneurs and small business owners. So, I'm going to interview each of our panelists today. We're going to do a group chat and we're going to learn more about them. If you have not registered for the event, make sure you're following the Connect, Create, Celebrate page. Visit the link in our bio to register, and we're going to have a great time. So, first, I would like to introduce Trevor Perkins. He is the founder and CEO of PERK PR and Creative Agency, and he actually got us to really feel the presence of two of our performers that's going to be joining us, Taylor Ray and Kiana. So, Trevor, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us more about your business?
I am Trevor Perkins. I'm the founder of PERK PR and Creative. We are a PR and creative agency here in Nashville, specifically serving the music industry with focuses in country, pop, and Christian genres. With our approach to PR, our PR is very much an impactful approach to where we pitch and where we land our clients. Every relationship that we have built has come from genuine connection and relationship building, and has allowed us to build our company and be able to land clients in Rolling Stone, the New York Times, Billboard, People Magazine, with very strategic and different approaches to different PR angles.
Love it, love it. And I also didn't mention we also have another performer, guys. 10 will also be joining us. So next I want to go to DJ Crisis. DJ Crisis is the founder and CEO of the Artist Development Group. I know he's doing a lot of amazing events here in the city for a long time. So Crisis, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody?
How y'all doing, man? I'm DJ Crisis, founder CEO of the Artist Development Group. Started the company, it was probably about 2016. I had moved out to LA to intern with Atlantic Records. I had quit the radio. I was on iHeart here in Nashville and quit the radio just to pursue a better understanding of music. And so that's what inspired me to actually get into the space of artist development, because I see, it's a huge deficit of artists knowing exactly what to do with, their talent and finances too, because, it's very expensive, to break through in any industry, but especially music, where it's not too much of a guarantee to be successful. And so what we do is we help guys come up with a strategy to, for one, make it, and for two, create a business model where as they're spending money, they have money coming back in to a budget to be able to continue to grow. So that's pretty much what we do in a nutshell. We do record label consultations as well. People that want to set up distribution, single deals, I have a lot of relationships on the A&R side with major labels and independent labels as well. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Love it. I didn't know you had a radio background. I cannot wait
Oh,
to
yeah,
hear more
yeah.
about this Tuesday. Okay.
No, for sure.
All right. Alexandria, she is the CEO of Creative Minds Artist Management. She does a lot of things here in the city as well. So, Alex, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi everyone. Sorry for the background noise here, but I'm Alexandria Davis, CEO and founder of Creative Minds Artist Management, an all-female RAN. I've been in the city, graduated from NTSU in 2016, and really just started off as a local promoter, and it grew into management, realizing that a lot of the artists around the city just didn't have the resources and they didn't have the tools they needed to sharpen themselves to be able artists. Here created Creative Minds Artist Management just to make sure that these artists are taken care of, well versed, but also educated on what the industry looks like.
Love it. And you're from chat, right?
Yeah, all day.
Bam. All right. Mac. He is actually a multidisciplinary creative master barber, and he is the founder of Greenwood Studios. And I'm just going to do a quick plug. He does a lot of my content. Appreciate you being here. So, Matt, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of this. My name is Mac. I'm originally from Dallas. Been here since roughly about 2013. I became a licensed master barber and instructor when I first got here, and expanded into videography and photography, just in an effort to gain a different set of skills and take a lot of what my family was doing music wise and just trying to bring visuals to some of the dope songs that they've been able to create, and organically just developing a passion for filmmaking along the way with every opportunity that I've been given to work with people like Ashley Garth, a few other locals that have just been courteous enough to give me a shot. I pretty much specialize in all things long form, more storytelling. I prefer narrative, short film, music videos that aid in an audience experience. experience and looking to really grow and develop as far as just an agency goes, because I service a lot of different clients, and sharpening his tools and networking with some great individuals. I think I've even had a chance to sit in on an interview with DJ Crisis once, so I'm familiar vaguely with what he's been able to do, and excited to be here. Appreciate you guys.
Love it, love it. And last but not least, Mimi McCarley. She is the CEO and Creative Sync A&R Collab at Collab Music Network. So Mimi, why don't you go ahead and let everybody know what you do?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Mimi McCarley. So my company is Collab Music Network. We are a music publishing and sync licensing agency. Ultimately, that's all sounds fun and good for I work with and partner with creatives to make music for TV and film. So as everyone was talking here, I have some level of relation outside of servicing artists the best way that we can to help them create sustainable ecosystems. MTSU alumni as well, just like Alex. So go Blue Raiders, radio background, just like Crisis, come from that background. And then, of course, with filmmaking, we supply music for filmmakers. And then with Trevor, we're going to find a connection. I don't know it yet. So such a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, Ashley. Always a fan of what you do and everything that you have going on. So appreciate you allowing us to be here.
Thank you for being here. So let's go ahead and dive into some of these questions. I love this part of the program. And you guys, when you attend on Tuesday, we're going to go even deeper with our panelists. But my first question is for Trevor. In the PR and creative space, your success hinges on meaningful connections. So what is your top strategy for turning casual event intros into long-term relationships?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that I tell everyone is people remember how you made them feel more than the elevator pitch. So when you are meeting people, it's very important to make sure that you have that human side of yourself on. We live in such a world where we're in routines, we're in focus, we're going from thing to thing, and sometimes it can easily become to feel like we're a robot. We're just here, we're doing the motions. But building relationships come from the human side. I mean, you take friendships, family relationships, whatever that is, it all comes down to the core of being a human. And so when you are meeting these people and you are connecting with other people, it's important to be personal with them, ask them questions outside of what their everyday life is. I think that it's really important to remember that people have an identity outside of their job as well. And that's when you're going to connect with them the most and you're going to build the most out of your relationships. Out of the 5+ years that I've been running my own agency, I've never paid for a big platform to discover media contacts. I've always used that personal relationships of reaching out, creating a friendship, creating a relationship, and it's always worked every time. You may have to put a little more effort into it, but I promise, being human, it's going to get you so much further.
Love it. And I love it. I know we do a lot on social media and digitally, but that's why these networking events are so important. You got to shake some hands in real life. Thank you, Trevor. All right, Crisis. So the artist development group that you're a part of, you guys focus on nurturing emerging talent. So how do you leverage industry events like what we're doing on Tuesday and music industry nights to identify and cultivate the next generation of artists?
I mean, I leverage those spaces, just being able to find out what someone's mind is at, because talent is one thing, but you got to really have like the mind to make it through all the, the trials and tribulations that come along with it. It's just in anything. And so normally when I talk to someone, I'm able to tell whether or not they have that, because that's just as important as the talent, because it's a lot of talented people out here with horrible attitudes, horrible work ethic. And so if you got to have both, you know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of one of the things I look for in spaces like this. Of course, I get music all the time, but I love, networking events, because like I said, though, the people that show up to networking events are 9 times out of 10 willing to put in that work, that work that nobody else is going to see, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I look for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do you find that creatives sometimes are not really treating this like a business? Like I know I work with creators and I'm like, you guys have to be business minded as well.
Nah, for sure. I mean, you're a brand yourself. You the CEO of you. And so money is not gonna, fall out of the sky. Resources are not gonna fall out of the sky. Sometimes you can get lucky, but luck is only a certain percentage of the whole thing. You got to put that work in and really, have the mind for it to really be able to withstand all of the stuff that come along with it.
Absolutely. Thank you. So next I'm gonna go to Alex. So Alex, you work in the artist management space. I know this is what you do. So can you share an example of a time when a network and connection really landed a big deal for you?
Absolutely. I've got to touch back on what Trevor said, the whole shaking hands and kissing babies. You never know what room you're in and who's in that room and what relationship may transpire because of that. And I think one connection in particular that I made that pushed one of my artists artist to open up for Coda the Friend, it was really just me, again, being authentic to myself, being in a room of great people, and just showing my love and passion for the music industry, but also for that artist. And I think that stuck out to that team in particular. And once we reached out immediately, they were like, yes, we would love for your artist to open. And that has opened many of doors and to get me to where I am today, honestly.
Love it. So Malcolm, I'm gonna come to you next. So you do a little bit of a different thing. So as you're working as a barber, education, and the creative production space, what role has collaboration within your professional network played in unlocking new opportunities for Greenwood Studios?
With what I do with Greenwood Studios and how I've been able to just been working with different varieties of people and representing different brands and actually just being more of a service-based individual. I represent that part of the process that takes the artist's idea and just visually conveys whatever message they want it to be to the public. Working with different artists in particular allowed me to see where visual representation ranks as far as like priority goes, because a lot of people can assume that a single song is just simply cut and dry when really there's a lot of effort that has to be put in to put that artist out there and have them a part of what you're doing as a whole. So just being one very important part of a chain has been an honor, and been able to work with different people. I've really enjoyed it.
Love it. And I want to ask one more question. This is for Mimi McCarley. So Mimi, as a sync and A&R specialist, how has building a diverse network of creators and music supervisors enable you to secure high impact licensing opportunities for your roster?
I think Trevor really kind of hit it on the head with this is a people business. It's a people life, if you ask me. It's a people life and about making genuine, authentic connection. Like I live by a quote, your vibe attracts your tribe. Right. So that's how I live my life. And that's the approach I take with the creatives that I support is my job is to amplify their vibe. Their vibe is already going to attract the people who are interested in what they have going on. So my job is just to amplify and to bring more exposure to that vibe. It becomes really easy to attract the people who are going to partner or who believe in that artistry and who's going to be able to deliver those high-end deals. The other part of that is on the licensing side and dealing with other licensing agencies and sync partners and music supervisors. Again, we're just amplifying the vibe of the artist and the creative. And so that's kind of, it sounds simple. I mean, obviously there's a lot of multiple steps within like how to strategically do that, but ultimately that's what we're doing.
Yes, y'all, networking is the bloodline of what we do, not only in the music industry, but all industries. So if you want to really join us and continue to have this conversation and network with like-minded individuals, meet us at the corner Wedgwood, Tuesday, July the 22nd. And the end of our night, we're going to end with live entertainment from Taylor Ray, 10, and Kiana. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you Tuesday.